I'm also not alone. Joined by a, boy, smiling, shiny. I mean, boy, everyone should take your vacation. Joined by Tony Catalina, Gig'em 247. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
I'm sitting there going like, I mean, how much did you drink? How much did you eat? Did you go back to Franklin? You're wearing the T-shirt today, Franklin barbecue T-shirt. When I say Franklin, not Franklin, Texas. That's dusty country.
No. So, yeah, a lot of adult beverages, a lot of golf, some beach time, some family time. If you were to drew it up, and I'm glad it worked out perfectly, because not everything works out. But if I were to draw up a family time vacation, like, it was exactly what I needed. So it was great.
Tony was with us last week, but if those that were here last Wednesday, remember, he was live from the beach. He was out on vacation, and we didn't realize that Tony, we thought he was one of us because of the blue belt, but he's a Cape Codder.
Yes.
He was a Cape Codder. So, Tony on vacation, back from vacation, and I guess you could kind of call it the march towards SEC Media Days, which is a week later than normal because of the World Cup. Mm-hmm. SEC will not share spotlight with nobody, especially the rest of the world, because the World Cup ends the 19th. Hey, what's the first day of SEC Media Days?
Tuesday.
The 20th.
Yeah, the 20th, yep.
And World Cup ends 19th. This is all...
Nothing for nothing here, right?
Yeah, done for a reason. What is your ramp up towards SEC Media Days? Like, are you finishing projects, starting projects? Are you doing a ramp up? How does this work for you?
Yeah, so every week I've been doing a position preview series, and that's leading up all the way to the first week of camp. So that will go, I believe that'll wrap up the first week of August. So it's like maybe the last day of July, first week of August. Have that wrapped up, 11 position previews. I'll put that all together. I've been doing a loose tweet every week, but when it's finally done, I'm going to do a thread with all 11. You can look at it, every single player on the roster, every single position group, an overview, who's coming back, who's new, who's leaving. Every part of it is going to be done there. Obviously, once you get into Tampa, and we're talking SEC, we're going to have a ton of coverage there, whether it be video, written, podcast, all of that. And, kind of get the green light to say, like, hey, we're going to be starting to, different things once the season gets kicked off and post-SEC. We're going to be rolling.
Season's its own beast.
Yeah, so it's, this is probably, if you're really, really big into the football like I am, you're probably in the final week of just make it through, right? And then before this, because once we get into it, it's going to be lead up. What are we looking for? What are we talking about? What are some things? And then once we're there, it's on and going at that point.
So you've been doing the positional reviews, and you obviously haven't done them all because you said it leads up to fall camp. So if I'm doing my math right, you maybe have 4 units left, and the last couple of units are kind of like special teams and stuff.
Yeah.
So you have kind of maybe 2 or 3 max units left, like full units maybe.
Well, so I'm glad you said that because I led up to it, and, this is my first rodeo. I wanted to end it when people are going to be paying attention the most. So I'm actually running back, wide receiver, quarterback is how I'm going to end it. So the last thing you see before you're really, really ripping and roaring is going to be my quarterback overview conversation.
You left the skill position players at the end. Yep. That way, they're even if they start getting fatigued in week 8, got no choice but stay.
Yeah.
It's like the SEC. You see the way they laid out the teams for SEC Media Days? Mm-hmm. You can sleep through the first 2 days.
Yeah. They want you to stick around.
On Wednesday, they put Bama A&M on the same. New guy at Florida. Florida's one of the elite programs. So they made the third day the biggest day. Oh, you want to go home early?
Yeah.
You want to go home early? No, because they put Texas, Sark, and Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
The preseason number 1 or 2 team closes media days, and Kirby Smart, come on, is opening Thursday, the 4th day.
Yeah.
That is a design.
That is a design. I think last year, if I remember correctly, it was Cease and Alex Miller from the Bryan College Station Eagle that turned the lights out. It won't be them this time. It'll be somebody out in Athens that'll turn the lights off. But
with Texas closing, there's going to be a lot of media to the end this time,
That's true.
I think.
And then, like you said, the SEC's, they're not doing nothing for nothing. They're no dummies when it comes to the attention they're looking for. And so I appreciate as somebody who likes to come in, kind of get my feet. I'm coming in on Tuesday. I'm not doing the full week. So I'm going to go Tuesday. I'm going to have a full day of Tuesday where I'm going to get content and let it just flow. Then lock in for the A&M stuff. And then on Thursday, kind of do the same thing. Just let the situation kind of dictate itself, and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah. I used to go. I used to go to all of them. 4 days is hard.
It is.
4 days test your will and your soul. I'll just say that 4 days is long.
It is. And especially like Tampa's, I mean, say what you want, Texas is hot, but Tampa's going to be hot too, right? And, like, I'm going to be in a little bit more formal wear. You know, I'm going to have pants on. I'm probably have a button down. Yeah, maybe not the tux, but, you know, there'll be a button down or probably something branded, you know, like, you know, like I'm always wearing the 24/7 stuff, but there'll be something branded. It'll be hot, right? It's going to be hot. Right. So, but... You know, it's not the Louie Show. I can come in with some shorts and feel comfortable and be myself, you know?
There's a reason why there's no cameras inside the Charles Schwab studio. You know, a lot of shows are on TV or YouTube or Twitter stream, something. There's a reason why this one doesn't. I would have scared small children over the years.
You know what's funny? To talk about the media days and not to like throw anybody under the bus, but what happened to that guy that asked the Texas Tech question yesterday where everybody put palms to face is like my biggest fear last year when it was my first SEC media day. Because you get the microphone, you're on TV, it's national television, you go and ask your question, you try not to mess it up. And if you pan around and see the people behind you putting palms to face, you know you flop. So that's what I don't care what I get out of next in the week of SEC is just please don't let nobody behind me do slap palms to face. Please, dear God.
I'm just going to say, again, with that question, I know what you're talking about. That fear, that dread.
Yeah. You rehearse it. It doesn't go out how you want it to. You say something that's already going to be edgy as it is, and then you bungle it twice. And please don't let that be me.
Good night, drive home safely. You know, you brought up Texas Tech at SEC Media Days.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stories I saw were the healing has begun. Allegedly, there was a meeting between Texas Tech and some of the powers of the Big 12 to begin moving forward. I'm a little more, as a human, unforgiving than most. And I know if you're biblical, you're supposed to, he without stones hit birds, or I forget how it goes. But, you know, and we're supposed to be forgiving and kindness. I'm really don't work that way as a human. So it transfers into sports too. So here's my point as I stumble through that is I don't think there should be healing. Texas Tech didn't do a thing. They were forced at gunpoint.
Right.
They were forced at briefcase point. There is nothing to move on from. Tech would do it again. Right. And if Tech wasn't forced to, Sorsby would be media days right now. No, they wouldn't have been that. No, no. Cody Campbell would have forced Sorsby to be there. So this whole let us move forward, healing, reconciliation, no. Nobody should schedule Tech. Never forgive, never forget.
Yeah.
I don't agree with any of this BS kumbaya stuff at Texas Tech.
Yeah, and for me, so I have no ill will towards Texas Tech. For me, it was nothing until I got down here. So I only say that to preface it with I have no like interest into like to lie or to be like condescending one way or another. Like they only did what they did because they had to do what they had to do. Right? You don't get brownie points from me for telling Sorsby to hit the road because you're giving us too much heat, because it is what it is. Because they were going to play him and they were going to go to bat for him when they thought the $5 million quarterback was going to win him a national championship. And as soon as the wall started caving in, they said, see you later, good luck, best. Because you remember the statement before that was like, this is about his mental health. This is about getting him into the school. This is about getting him into classes and being around a support system. As soon as the walls caved in, they were like, all right, good luck. Maybe the NFL will accept you, maybe not a problem anymore. So you don't get any kudos from me for getting your forced hand and doing what you have to do. Sorry.
That's where I'm at. That's what I'm saying. Don't reconcile.
Yeah.
Don't forgive, don't forget, don't move on, don't schedule them, anyone, any sport, any team, anywhere.
Right. And I will say this, to be fair, I think there's many programs that would probably handle it the same way. Right? If you got a quarterback you think is a game changer.
And treat them no differently.
Exactly.
Okay? Don't make Tech the exception. Make schools that do that the rule.
Right.
Don't schedule them. Don't forgive. Don't forget.
No, it's a valid thing. I mean, it's really I don't have many hardline stances, but everything about that situation just felt like yuck. Like everything I saw was like, none of this. You're not putting the wool over my eyes with this. Like, I'm not believing this is for the betterment of the kid. I don't care what anybody says.
This was ego. Yeah. This was a billionaire, and he's a true billionaire. He walks in circles that we don't know exist. He's not just a guy who's rich in the country. He is somebody.
Right.
Thought he truly was bigger than it all.
Right.
He just thought, I am, therefore.
He thought he can bully his way into a national championship. And I mean,
he still might.
Hey, listen, and good for them. Now they got a real life chip on their shoulder. They got a real me versus the world. I know programs say that every year, but for real, Texas Tech would be like, it's us versus the world.
But make sure it's that way. Don't play them. Don't schedule them.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
But and now don't play the victim, in my opinion, right? Like, you set this up, you knew what it was, you had a feeling what it would be, and you took a hard line stance and you had to switch, but don't act like now you're the victim. You want to be the villain, be the villain, but you ain't the victim. And let's remember that.
Okay. We're on the 100% same page on this one.
Fair enough. It's the right stance. That's why I mean you take it. It's the right stance.
Another Texas Tech. This is from Big 12 Media Days. So they announced the huge deal at Monster Energy. Monster Energy is the official title naming sponsor of the SEC. You're going to see Monster Energy patches on every Big 12 team. They have the branding name for courts and stadiums like football. Okay. And to me, I thought it was really cool when I first saw it. Monster Energy, how cool is that? That's electric. The deal's like $20 million a year, and it comes out to like $1.25 million per team.
It's not much.
That doesn't buy you a quarterback in the transfer portal. That doesn't get you a top 10 offensive lineman in the transfer portal. 1.25 is chumpus changes in the modern college football world. That's a joke.
It buys you a safety in today's college football.
Starting safety, P4, or
maybe.
In college basketball, that does not get you a starter in P4 in the SEC.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, I forgot the exact number because it was more than a year ago at this point. But Rashawn Agee, I believe, was on court and in court testifying that he had more on the hook than that. So you couldn't even buy a Rashawn Agee with that money. So
that's my point. So that. I almost want to say it's better than zero, but it's not, because now you're locked into that deal.
Yeah.
Each school, I saw yesterday, I don't know the validity because my research team didn't find this, but OU has turned down $5 million for patches in football. They don't think it's worth it for $5 million for football. They value it above that.
Yeah.
That's one school, one sport, just a patch, nothing on their courts, every sport, $5 million. And the SEC for $1.25 per school has sold court, stadium, and patch.
Yeah, the Big 12 isn't. That's some really. It's fascinating what the world we're in, right? Because we are seeing teams patches. I wonder. We've seen some other people. Was it Culver's? Culver's got somebody now.
Who signed that? Was the recent? Is that Iowa State? Someone just signed the Culver deal. You're right.
And so you wonder how much they're making off of that. And then so it's like you got to think the return on investment got to be a little bit better than what the Big 12 got. I think like I had the same disposition you did. I was like, oh, Big 12, Monster Energy, like different, cool. Logo's cool, so maybe they can do something cool with that. And then you see the $20 million. It's like, oh, like I feel like there's got to be more money involved in that. But hey, what do I know?
People might think I hate on Texas Tech, and you're right, I do, because I do. But I don't hate the Big 12. I'm a big fan. I've said I love Big 12 football.
Sure.
I love having them as kind of like the side dish for SEC, right? And then Big 12 football's fun. It's on crack. I love it. So I'm not hating on the Big, but that is an awful deal.
Yeah.
End of conversation.
Really weird how that kind of filtered out, and they told you, because you don't always hear the real numbers, and usually in this case it was kind of like the numbers came out and almost in disbelief the other way. Usually they're like, look at this monstrous deal. And this one was like, look at this not so monstrous deal by Monster.
They sold them everything.
Yeah.
For pennies on the dollar. Look, maybe some branding expert can go, well, no, that's the going rate. I don't think anyone's going to. They would have popped up already.
No, I mean, I don't know if you could. I don't know what could buy you $20 million in the SEC. Right? Like, seriously.
If the OU part is true, the answer is nothing.
Right.
Because that was OU football, just a patch. No field, no court, no other sport, nothing.
Right.
For one team. So
it's crazy.
979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. That's my phone number. You could talk to me on the Texas. You could talk to me. It's been a weird day, dude. I've been fighting my air conditioner for 3 days now. Think about being in your house and it's 90 plus.
No.
Thank you. You can talk to me on the D4 Land Services hotline. And don't forget, that's where most guests join me, D4 Land Services hotline. That is when it's time to win. Like, call now. You'd be on the D4 Land Services hotline. But also, you could just visit and hang out with me on the D4 Land Services hotline. If you ever need your land cleared, land excavated, d4landservices.com. What about forestry, mulching, pond construction, a custom metal building from the ground up? websites, folks. That's the world we live in. Why waste time? Go to deep4landservices.com. Up next, when we return, well, more Tony Catalina. He's with Gig 'em 247, and he hangs out with us Wednesdays here on the Louie Belina Show on The Zone.
You're listening to Brazos Valley's home for Aggie baseball, the Astros and the Bombers. The Zone. 1150 AM and 93.7 FM.
It is all Led Zeppelin Wednesday, and I had someone, but maybe you weren't in Bryan College, like Tony. Maybe you weren't in Bryan College Station at the start of the Louie Belina Show, which I say, shame. It was all Led Zeppelin Wednesday for like the first 10 to 15 years because of the Gods of Thunder. And everything they do is epic. I'm just in that kind of OG mood today. Tony Catalina, Gig 'em 247, inside the Charles Schwab studio. Did you do Bluebell this week? Or with holiday time, you just, and Cape Cod ice cream, maybe you just had higher order business.
No, so I did have, no, listen, not no as in I didn't, I did. I did actually get one, and I got one yesterday when I landed because I knew we were going to come here.
This is so good.
Yeah. So
this is devoted.
So I had to go basic, right, because I was rushing around trying to find it. I got cookies and cream, just a standard cookies and cream. We had tried cookies two-step before, but I had never tried just off the bat cookies and cream. And I'm a huge fan of that. A huge fan, right? And we had talked about how I appreciate the simplisticness of doing something just a staple correct, right? Doing something right. And for me, the cookies and cream was just perfect, right? You get the milk, you get kind of the Oreo type of pieces in there. I don't know if it's exactly Oreo, but you get that cookie crumble in it. And for me, man, it's just the silky ice cream with the chocolate crumble in it. It was perfect as far as what I'm looking for. It didn't unseat, but I will say I gave it a 4.3, which is higher than Cookies Two-Step if I have my numbers correctly in front of me. And I'm going to pull it up because this is serious business. But yes, Cookies Two-Step I had a 4.2 along with Rocky Road and Bride's Cake, and the cookies and cream.
We got a new number 2.
Yes, 4.3 will put. No, it's number 3 because Black Raspberry Fudge was 4.4 too. Okay. So this nestles in right at 4.3, which is with the oatmeal cream pie. So we got 2 at the 3 spot. It's yeah, exactly, right there. So it settles in at number 3. Cookies and cream, 4.3. Can't beat it. They do the staples really well. Really good stuff.
So you're telling me that you grabbed, something quick on the fly. We'll call it that, right?
Yes.
And you kind of accidentally walked in to the number 3, a top 3.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Top 3 ice cream moment.
I think it's one of the acronym Keep It Simple, Stupid. I've been overthinking this. Just go get the popular ones. Go get the staples, right? Go get the Dutch chocolate, which we already did. Go get the vanilla because it's like a shot down the fairway, right? Just slap one down there and just hopefully you can birdie it. That's how it is. Don't be stupid. Don't overcomplicate it. For me, go and get the cookies and cream when I was rushing was an A+ ad.
This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great, that's a moment. You had a moment.
It's a moment, right? Because I came in, I landed super early yesterday. I'm dragging. And I said, I want to keep this thing going, right? Like I could easily just tell Louie, like, hey, I couldn't get to it. I've been gone all week.
I'd have cried, but I understand.
Yeah, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I was prepared. I got myself a little pint of it. I ate about half of it, and I'll finish the rest of it tonight.
So our Bluebell review this week is?
Cookies and cream.
The most basic. By the way.
Yeah.
Cookies and cream. I don't have numbers. Mm-hmm. Is one of my top 3.
It's got to be.
From Bluebell, to be very specific. And you nailed it all the way through. It's such a perfect balance.
Yeah, it's great.
And you can have it on any occasion. It can be December. It can be July. It can be March. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I love their cookies and cream.
For me, that's the type of thing where I talked about this really elevating it. You get a couple of brownies from like H-E-B or something, and you put it right in the middle. And now you got like kind of a brookie situation there, and just you can even do in between a couple of chocolate chip cookies. Like it's a vessel. It's on its own. It stands up, but it could be used in a different vessel too. So I mean,
You're
really
killing me, Smalls. It's so good that you are thinking of other ways to use it more.
Right.
How epic awesome is that?
You nailed it. Because you're absolutely right. There's some that I've eaten that, again, we talk about this, Bluebell. I don't have to be, they're not paying me to say this. It's just a fact. Every one of them's good, right? Like every single one of these, you're not going to eat a Bluebell and be like, that wasn't good. But some are better than others, and some are based on personal preference. And then there's some like cookies and cream, you're like, how can I elevate this, right? I'm going to get my Michelin star on how I'm going to put this ice cream together. So for me, that's Slap it between two fresh cookies, let them bake, get them a little soft. Slap it in between there. I think that might be the move this week.
I got some text messages.
Perfect.
We go to the Texas Mobile and Lube Express inbox, Texas Mobile and Lube Express, where they say, be good to your car, and your car will be good to you. How do you be good to your car? You take it to Texas Mobile and Lube Express. Matt in College Station said the SEC needs another Mike Leach so you can test out your face to palm questions and still get an answer.
I like that. No, so you know what? It's funny you say that. I got a quick SEC story from last year. Early day 2, it was, I believe, Missouri led off. So it's, Eli Drinkowitz, and I went to go get some breakfast because I was showing up late, and I was with Thomas Jones from the Austin American Statesman, and we're eating our breakfast, and Eli's getting ready to go on the podium, and because we cover A&M and Texas, like, we weren't really in a rush to go hear Missouri talk. He comes around the corner and he goes, hey guys, I know you're really excited to hear me talk, so you should guys go in there and go listen.
Really?
And he had a big laugh about it, and yeah, and I only say that because he reminds me of, like, he went up there and he said some wild things, and he was holding court and trying to be funny, and
he will always be scheduled on day 1 because the SEC, part of their map is one of the 2 best speakers, period, will be in the opening session of SEC Media Days Monday. Spurrier kicked off SEC Media Days for as long as he was there.
Yeah.
And then when he was gone, Brett Bielema, because he said the craziest stuff.
Right.
Well, Drinkowitz is the closest we have now because he's quotable. I don't know. No. I know he's a very good coach. Mm-hmm. You don't do what you do at Missouri that he's done unless you're a very good coach. I know he annoys people too. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
He is so quotable, it's unreal.
Yeah.
He is now session 1 Monday guy.
Yeah. He's like a tamed, like, less divisive version of, like, Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like the alter ego of Lane Kiffin, where, like, he's going to say some edgy things, but he doesn't enlist the same type of reaction. I mean, he's just a funny dude. And for him to, like, slap me on the shoulder and be like, oh,
hey,
you guys are really ready to hear me talk. I'm like, oh man, I feel bad and maybe I should go out there, but this breakfast is pretty good.
FedEx Sam texted and said, in a couple of years the uniforms are going to look like NASCAR's with sponsors all over them. FedEx Sam. You agree? You think that's the future?
It may be a bit of an exaggeration, but I don't think he's too far off. Where, like, hey, like, that's valuable ad space. And the way that roster retention's going right now, you could probably use every dollar you could. I will say I've seen some people float it. Imagine Buc-ee's on a Texas A&M. Like, that would be cool.
That would go hard.
That would be sick, wouldn't it?
Buc-ee needs to sponsor the stadium. So right there, when you walk to the ticket, the big beaver's looking down at you.
Yeah.
And it's a glow thing, so at night you can see it from anywhere in Bryan or College Station. So whenever you get lost in town, that's the beacon.
Yeah.
You just drive to the beaver.
You get some, like, the signage, how they do for theirs, like 35 miles to Buc-ee Stadium at Kyle Field. Like,
yes.
That's it, the signage the whole time.
There's so many ways. Because then, like, during, imagine if it had a mini Buc-ee's inside, or it's a pop-up on game day outside.
Right.
A mini Buc-ee's pop-up outside Kyle Field as part of the game day experience. I'm about to tear up.
See, I mean, there are some real positives to this. I know if you're a football purist, you probably, like, keep this stuff away from my team and my program. But sometimes it's adapt or die, right? And I'm not saying we're there yet, but it gets to a point where if you get some famous donors and you get some people that are invested, you might be seeing some patches.
But don't be the Big 12.
Right.
When it's time. Okay, you don't have to do the Big 12 needs to sell 20 Monster Energies to get $21 million deals.
Yeah.
To make $200 million.
For sure.
The SEC will probably sell 2 $100 million deals, and that's only 2. Okay, you got shoulder pads, right? A left and a right. 2 $100 million deals. You're done.
Yeah.
See the difference?
Yeah.
That's it. So NASCAR in the Sun Belt, yes. I don't think the SEC has to go NASCAR.
That's fair, and this is a topic for maybe another day. But, like, does something
Are you leaving?
does something like that make a G6 school elevate? Right? If you got a school who's gonna, I don't know, like a North Texas, right? You just have 17 patches and people totally invested in the program. Now you're a big money player. Can you buy yourself a championship? Like, does that end up happening?
Well, does North Texas have a Cody Campbell?
Right.
Because remember something. Here's the new reality. And you can agree or disagree, right? Mm-hmm. Millionaires are so yesterday, you need a billionaire.
That's it.
Because Indiana had Mark Cuban, billionaire. Texas Tech has Cody Campbell.
Right.
Millionaires still have value. I don't want to insult the millionaires out there, but you need a billionaire now. That's where we're headed.
The problem is your second string running back is a millionaire now.
Oh, no. I'm aware of that. I was talking this morning. The NIL stuff popped up. But that 1.25 didn't buy you, I believe, the top 5 offensive linemen in the portal, where offensive linemen used to be like 500,000.
Yeah. And to your point, like, billionaires have to move the needle because millionaires are on the field, right? Like, that's just what the reality is. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a B, not an M these days.
It is rough out there. One more text message from Fonzo1, and this is to my plight. He said, Lou, that's me, you're Tony. My home AC went out Wednesday 1 year ago. Ooh. Had to get in line and wait 12 days to get it replaced. Ended up buying a portable AC as well as stay in a hotel a couple of times.
Wow. Man.
Lou ain't looking to invest that kind of money on a place that he does not own. That's all. Because you said your home. I get that, right? Home is one thing, but I don't own this, so I'm not looking to buy, and hotel money. Man. Ooh, that's scary thoughts. If I'm going through this, he said 12, so 9 more days from now, you won't recognize this version of Lou.
You know what's funny is, talk about me being in the Cape this week, they typically don't get any hotter than like 80, 81 degrees because it's right on the Atlantic Ocean. Like, you get a lot of coastal breeze. It's cool. But the heat wave that hit the whole East Coast had my dad's house in like Falmouth, Massachusetts, like 93 degrees. And he's a guy who's like, I don't need an AC. I never need an AC. And it's like, I think we need to put in the ACs now. Like, I think, so it was like a day or two, but then I woke up the next morning, it was like 65. So you take the good with the bad, you sweat it out one day. But down here, AC is non-negotiable. You need AC, you need central air, you need to be cool. You can't play games.
What's a heat wave actually like on the East Coast?
Hilarious because because like I'm the day-to-day here where it's like minimum 88. You get in the car, it says like 103 on the dash, right?
Yeah, you wake up at 82.
Bro, I'm telling you,
85,
and I understand actually. There's more things that go into this simplistic point of view of mine, but I think last week of school, Massachusetts cut kids early because it hit like 88. 2 hours
We wake
early.
up at 85.
That's what I'm saying. And so, like, I'm playing golf and it's 90 degrees. My brother is dying, and I'm hot. But I'm like, man, this is like, if I want to go golfing in Texas, this is what I have to do. This is the life I have to live unless I want to golf in February. But no, it is laughable when you come down here and then realize what the heat and how they handle it up there.
Tony, thank you. Hey, good luck Friday. Yes. Do you have a rough plan, outline, or anything yet?
Putting together, I'm going to talk about some good football stuff. There's a lot of storylines. I think I'm going to get people excited for the upcoming season. I'm excited. I hope you feel that energy. But, there's a little nervous happiness, a little anxiousness. I'm excited to get going Friday.
Tony, here's what I'll tell you. The people love you. Have fun.
Yeah.
You got the people on your side. That's the one thing you don't have to worry about. You're Absolutely. Not me. People like you.
So I just hope people get interactive with it, right? Because it makes your job easier when people are listening and they want to talk about it. So I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go.
I think the 7s upon 7s of my listeners will come with you. I think you got this.
Let's ride.
Be good, brother.
You too.
Tony Catalina, Gig 'em 247. It's a Wednesday thing here on the Louie Belina Show, presented by CC Electric, where at CC Electric they have free estimates and they have military and veteran discounts. That's CC Electric.
Visit zone1150.com and you can sign up for the Zone newsletter. Check out the Zone prize rules and download podcasts of your favorite shows on the Zone. Never miss out.